Hey, what's going on YouTube? My name is Arden Studios and welcome back to another YouTube video. Now guys, in today's YouTube video, I am going to be showing off to you guys the brand new 6 paths tailed beast form that they added in Shindo Life. So that's right guys, I grinded a lot the minute the update came out just so I could get this, and I'll be honest with you, it is probably the new most powerful ability item mode in the game. Just because of what it can do, and I'll explain it to you guys in a second. But currently the best mode that I personally owned would have been the 10 tails, and I'll be honest with you, this new tailed beast form that we have probably overtook it, guys. So let me just show off to you all the reasons why this is probably, in my opinion, the new best item mode in the game, and show you guys everything it has. So let's compare this to the original mode, which was this tailed beast mode. You could do two things. You can mount your tailed beast, and then once you were done mounting your tailed beast, you would shoot out the normal planetary beast bomb, and then boom, you would do big damage, right? This new tailed beast form can do so much more than that. So I'm gonna walk you guys through all 4 moves, why I think this is the best mode in the game, and then finish off the video by just fighting, or doing a few quests or bosses with it. So first off, let me show you guys move number 1, one of the most important things about this. Now you have a new weapon, which is the black chi rods. You guys can see them whenever I attack, and when I right mouse button, you guys can see I'm blocking with them right now. And the black chi rods, you have 2 Q abilities. So Q number 1 is these truth seeking orbs. Now, as you guys can see, my stats are really low right now. I had ranked up recently, but normally speaking, those would do about 11,000 per orb. And I'm gonna use them again real quick and just show you guys that one more time. So that's about 11,000 per orb. I would say it hits maybe roughly 6 times. So 60,000 damage, which isn't nearly as good as the 10 tails or the Tengoku and Sengoku moves. But the thing about it is that on top of the fact that it does 60,000 damage, this move actually has a cooldown of 13 seconds. And the reason that's so important is the 10 tails does double the amount of damage that this mode does. I'll show you guys right now. It can do up to 120,000 damage, which is double 60,000. But when I use the 10 tails move, right? When I use the 10 tails move, I would say that, well, not 120,000, by the way. That was miscalculated. It probably does less than that. But when I use the 10 tails move, it goes on a 40-second cooldown. And that's compared to a 13-second cooldown doing half the damage. That means that this move does roughly double the DPS that the 10 tails move actually does when you're doing some things like boss missions. So overall, that's great. This is probably the best orb move in the entire game. I haven't seen Tengoku's enough to decide if it's better, but just the 13-second cooldown alone makes this already amazing. So the next thing I'm going to show off to you guys is that first of all, let me clarify this. If you hold right mouse button and Q, you can do your normal planetary Biju Bomb. Now that's great, you know, that can be useful in some cases, but your normal Biju Bomb, at least for me just now, did 61,000 damage. Now, the new things that are the main other important things are that you also get new Biju forms. So if you do right mouse button Z, you'll get the usual Z7 ability, or the usual, Old Tails form ability, in which you just ride the Biju. I already showed it to you guys. And then after you're done riding it, you'll shoot out the giant Biju Bomb in the air. Well, now there's actually a new move you get for clicking just Z alone, and I'll be honest with you, this is probably the best Biju move in the game. Now, this move, it really depends how you use it. In total, it can do up to 120,000 damage, but what you do is, I'm gonna show it to you guys in a second. What you guys are basically gonna do is you're gonna, I don't know how to describe it, you're gonna go mount your Biju, and instead of shooting one big bomb, you can left click to shoot multiple mini bombs, each one doing 31,000 damage. So you only do half the damage as the right mouse button Q bomb, but in exchange for that, you're gonna do 4 of those at max. So let me show you guys now. I mounted my tailed beast, and now when I left click, it's hard to see, but I'm about to shoot out a mini bomb. The minute I left click again, I shoot another mini bomb. Left click again, shoot another mini bomb. Left click again, shoot another mini bomb, and you can shoot up to 4 mini bombs until it runs out. Each of these bombs does the same normal elemental special, and in all seriousness, these bombs are in total gonna do 120,000 damage, making this move the highest damaging move you can use when you're in 6 paths tailed spirit mode. So now I'm going to explain why this is better than the 10 tails. It's for multiple reasons. Number 1, I personally don't value flight in the game. I feel like it drains so much stamina, so you don't use it often. And in the case of the tailed beast, you cannot fly, but you can move at a really fast speed. So you can move at like the usual fast speed, combine that with something like your C mode, and then all of a sudden you're moving at like light speed. So you can move really fast. And so you get that super speed, which in comparison to the 10-tailed spirit, you don't get. The 10-tailed spirit just has normal player base movement speed, and that wouldn't be such a big deal, but to be honest, when it comes to things like quest grinding, the 10-tails is great. Another thing I want you guys to notice is on the right now, my 10-tails' boost is giving it 2800 of every single thing, except Taijutsu, where it gets 3200. Instead, if you go into your max tailed spirit, so let me go over to my sun-tailed spirit real quick, and then you activate your tailed spirit's 8th mode, your guys are actually going to see that when you're in your tailed spirit's 8th mode like this, you're gonna get 2,900 of every stat, but only 3,100 tie. But technically speaking, added all up in total, the average amount distributed between all of your statistics is actually going to be a bigger stat bonus from 6-pass mode than the 10-tails. So not only does its truth-seeking orbs inevitably do more DPS, its Z-move is a higher damage move than any of the 10-tails Z-moves can ever be, and on top of that, the cooldown is just so low for the truth-seeking orbs. I would honestly say that the 10-tails is probably going to end up being, obsolete to the new 6-path spirits. So definitely, guys, you're gonna want to grind up your 6-path spirits. That's all I have to show, guys, and I'll talk to you guys later. So, peace.